So we're going to start on the mat, and let's just start out by warming up the core. So feet come into a A-frame, so remember that's not quite your straddle, but that's definitely not your hips distance. Toes turn forward, feet are parallel. Give a little soft bend to the knees. So we're going to warm up the hip flexors, lower back, and core. Inhale, arms come up the chimney, hips glide forward, functional extension, and then exhale, bring your hands to heart. So let's do that again 4 more times. Inhale up, and exhale back to center. Let your glutes kick in on their own. Inhale, and exhale. Bend your knees as much as you need to. Inhale, and exhale. Last time, inhale, and exhale. Nice job. All right, step the feet together. And now we're going to turn sideways. Doesn't matter which way you go. I'm going to turn to your left, come to the top of the mat, and just casually step back with that right foot. Let's just warm up the calves a little bit here. Line up the outer edges of the feet with the outer edges of the mat. And now bend the back knee. Try to keep the knee going forward without letting that back heel lift. And then inhale, come back up. We're just going to do 5 times. Try to keep your pelvis nice and upright. And back up. Remember, when your calves are tight, your core can't function properly. And then back up. Exhale, bend the knee. Watch that heel. Don't let it lift. And then bring it back up. Last time, bend the knee. And then step it up. Opposite side, same thing. Doesn't need to be a long stride. Feet are parallel. We're wanting the toes to be forward. And that back heel down. Front knee is bent. Pelvis is upright. Exhale, bend the back knee. We're looking for that good lower leg stretch. And then inhale, come back up. If you've been sitting a lot or even walking a lot, they both kind of tighten up the calves either way. Exhale, bend the knee. Try to bend as deep as you can. And then bring it back up. Let's go 2 more. Exhale, bend the knee. Just a warm up for that lower leg. And then back up. Last time, exhale, bend the knee. And then bring it back up. Nice job. All right, step the feet back up, back into that A-frame, okay? So my feet, again, are not quite a straddle. Toes are forward. Let's go with that functional extension, except now we're going to add a squat. We're going to try to get the heart rate up, start getting a little bit more warmth in your body. Bend the knees. Hips come forward. This time, arms come wide. Reach. Exhale. We're going to swan dive down into a squat. Belly is nice and strong. Little bit of a bounce, almost like you're on a trampoline. Arms come back up. We're doing this a little bit different. If you've done this with me before, exhale, swan dive halfway. Belly stays strong, ribs stay strong. Sit back into your hips, stretch into your glutes. Inhale, come back up. And exhale. Notice how my knees are bending on that extension. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. 4 more. See if you can get your breath to last the whole way up and the whole way down. Inhale. And exhale, sit way back. We're going into the heels. That's why we stretched our calves. Inhale. And then exhale. Stay down, hands to the floor, legs straighten, straddle forward bend. Lean into the balls of the feet this time. We're looking for that hamstring stretch. Maybe hands come behind, interlace the fingers. Let the chin tuck in. Take a breath. And then arms drop back down, bend your knees, roll yourself up, and come back up to standing. Nice job. All right, bring the feet together. Let's come back up to the top of the mat again. So feet are going to come hips distance. Casual step back with the right foot. Longer does not equal better in many instances, but I want you to turn those back toes forward again so the outer edge of the foot runs up with the outer edge of the mat. Double check that because sometimes we look and it's not there because of that tight calf. All right, bend the front knee, pelvis stays upright. We want bendability in the back leg. If the back leg can't bend, step it up and make it a little bit shorter. I'm going to come more to the center of the mat or I'm going to lose you in the camera. All right, so back knee bends, pelvis tries to tip under. So we need the pelvis to be able to tip under so the glutes kick in and our core kicks in. So pelvis tips under, arms come up the chimney, extension, and then press the back leg straight. Exhale, come forward. Rib cage stays tucked up and in. Inhale, come up. Bend the back knee. Extension. Exhale, forward flexion. Hug the inner thighs. Back leg lengthens. Inhale, bring it up. Bend the back knee. Exhale, bring it forward. Inhale. So your core is responsible for the stability of the moving body. Bend the back knee, nice job. Exhale, come forward. Bend the back knee. So again, I'm tipping so my core and my glutes get loaded. If I don't tip, I put all that pressure in my lower back. So this is where it becomes functional because we're trying to stretch and strengthen simultaneously. One more. And then come back up. Hands come to prayer. Hands come to the hips. Slowly start to tip onto that front leg. Bend the front knee just a little bit. And let's see if we can come into a mock warrior 3. Flex the back foot. So remember, I'm going to bend the knee so I can square the hips as much as possible so I can feel the glute and hamstring of that base leg. If you're not feeling that right behind your booty, you're not square. Nice deep breath in, press through the big toe. Hands come back behind, interlace the fingers. My balance is not great today, but we're going to roll with it. And press through that pointer finger behind you. Breathe. Slowly come back up. Try to stay on that one foot and step that leg down. Nice job. All right, just kind of move up the legs. Let's try the same thing on the opposite side. So step back. It's just a casual step. You don't need a big stride. Feet are hips distance, maybe more if you have kind of shaky balance. Back foot is straight forward. Bend the front knee. Remember, I'm going to check my back knee. I want my pelvis to be able to tip under. So let me grab my pelvis here. This is just like in class. So if this is my pelvis, I want it to be able to tip this way. Okay? Not get pulled this way. So we want it to go backwards. The only way we can do that is if we shorten the stride because that lower leg is so tight. That hip flexor is so tight. It's not allowing us to move. So there's no first place ribbon for a longer stride. So we want that tip backwards. So here we go. Up the chimney, bend the back knee, reach, and then exhale. Let's just try that one more time, then we're going to add that forward movement. Bend the back knee, arms come up the chimney. Now I'm going to try to keep my hips square as I come forward. If I need to, pull back on that front hip. Belly and ribs stay tucked in. So now it's core, lower back, glute and hamstring. And then up all at once, engage your glutes and hamstrings, bend the back knee, go into extension, exhale, forward flexion. Keep the hip of the front leg from kicking out. Inhale, extension, exhale. You have to think about it because we're really trying to get into those areas that just don't want to move. Inhale. And kind of like life, it's really easy to skirt around the issue. I don't want you to skirt around the issue here. Remember, we're looking for 360 core. All parts of my core are kicking in. You might be even a little quivery, a little shaky. 2 more. And then slowly come up. Nice job. Hands to the hips. I'm going to get my camera set here. And when you're ready, I'm just going to tip this back up. There we go. We're going to come forward. into that balance pose. So lean your weight onto the front foot. Feel your weight on the leg. Keep the knee a little bent. Anchor through the big toe. And like a teeter-totter, slowly start to tip. So I'd rather have you here and nice and long in that base glute powering, your core strong, than your torso going down and your leg not moving. Okay? An umbrella or a macaroni noodle is not going to really work the muscles that we want to work. Now square it down, square it down. You should feel the base glute kicking in, the hamstring kind of talking to you. Now you keep your hands at your hips or interlace the fingers back and reach behind you. Roll the shoulders. Breathe. Slowly come back up, control it, and set that foot down. Roll the shoulders and bring them down and back. Nice job. All right, you should be nice and warm by now, hopefully. Let's step the feet wider, this time into a straddle. And when you're ready, arms come up. And take that left arm, drop it down to shoulder height. Palm and forearm turn up. Hips are going to go this way. That's to the right. So I'm going to try to move my hips. See how my pelvis moved and not my ribs, okay? So the more I have good mobility in my lower leg, the happier the pelvis is. Now I'm going to reach, reach, reach as far as I can, keeping my booty tucked underneath me. Top arm reaches up, left arm reaches to the left, right glute tucks back super, super hard. Now hold and breathe. Find any place for the head. On the next exhale, drop your arms over towards that left leg without rolling in the ankle, without losing full traction of your foot to the mat. Really reach with that outside arm, which is the right arm. Relax your head and breathe. There's nothing wrong with feeling restriction and tightness in the body. Embrace that. And instead of fighting against it, just move through it. Slide back to the center. Pause. Just notice any imbalances or differences right side to left side. Bend your knees, roll yourself up. Let's go for that wide leg extension. So legs engage, hips come forward. There's that core again. Exhale, bring your hands to prayer. Awesome. Let's try the same thing on the opposite side. So arms stretch out. Right palm and forearm. So the fold of the elbow and the palm turn up. Hips move. My hips are going to slide to the left. Now the tighter my right inner thigh, hamstring, adductor are, the harder it's going to be to move this way. Okay, so recognize that's where the restriction is. And as my hips move to the left, now I'm going to slide to the right, keeping this inner side of my body really long. I'm going to stay in the toaster. I'm not going to come forward. Take your back arm, reach it up. Now I'm going to keep reaching until I can't go any farther without folding. Booty stays tucked under and hold it. Let's breathe. Find a focal point. One of the best things about yoga is that kind of in a nice way says, hey, you have to stay in the moment and you can't go anywhere right now. Exhale, lower down nice and slow towards that right leg. Take your time. Drop the head. Maybe reach with that outside arm, which is your left arm, just a little bit more. Anchor through the base of the foot. Breathe. And now back to center. Walk your feet 2 paces closer. Bend your knees and come down into a squat as low as you can go. So just squat down as absolutely low as you can go. Take a breath for yourself. And then back into a standing forward bend. Drop the head, lean a little forward. Stay there. I'm just going to lower the camera here a little bit for y'all. There we go. All right, so when you're ready, come down to the mat. So come all the way down to the floor. And we're going to start out in a seated position. So if you have a block or you have something to put between your legs, great. If you don't, totally fine. You can stick a towel, a cushion, a shoe, whatever it is. If you feel like you need that recruitment for the inner thighs and for the pelvic floor so your hip flexors don't scream at you, definitely do that. So like I said, we're going to go mini ball list today so that those of you that don't have one aren't like, oh no, I can't participate. So there's always a way, and hope we'll find it. So nice and tall. We're going to work with a half roll back. So it's all about core control. That's where if you need that something between your thighs, I'm going to shift a little bit. I'm going to encourage you to use it. Otherwise, hands under the knees works just fine too, and I'll show you another variation. On the exhalation, tip the pelvis up. So we're tipping back, belly is strong. We feel like we rounded out our lower back, and you're going to go back as far as your arm length. Now, if your feet start flying up all the floor, you've gone too far, okay? This is about recruiting your rectus and your deep transversus. So when your feet start flying, you know that now you're not in that rectus abdominis anymore. You've skipped that and you've gone to another muscle. So I want you to back off. And then roll up super tall. So we're going to come right out of that. Here we go. Exhale, round back. And now inhale, come tall, bring your arms up overhead. If you're familiar with using the mini ball, the breath is reversed, okay? So just be aware of that. Exhale, roll back, relax your shoulders. I'm going to arm's length. I can hold on a little bit. Relax your shoulders if I need to. And then smoothly transition back up again. If your tailbone is sensitive, if your sacrum is sensitive, there can be lots of reasons why that is. Just sit on a blanket. Inhale. And exhale. This is all about core control. Drop your shoulders. Now try not to hold on. And then slowly come up. If we move too quickly, we're going to lose that opportunity to go, oh, I feel it. And then back up again. Exhale, roll back, soft shoulders, soft jaw. If you can smile, that's a good thing. And then back up again. So I really have to pay attention because my right leg, that hip flexor, likes to do a lot more. So all of a sudden I can feel my right foot wanting to come up off the floor. So just tune into your body. That's the beauty of taking 30 minutes today, is you get plugged in to your body, to your breath, to your thoughts, and you can handle life a little bit easier. So back, relax your shoulders, chin is level. Bring it back up again. Back. Try to stay steady, not leaning one way or the other. One more time, we're going to come back and hold. So back and hold. Now lift your arms up to 45 degrees. Hold it, hold it. Pull up on those pelvic floor muscles we all know about. Let's go 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it up, bring it up, bring it up. Hands come back behind. You know I wasn't just going to let you go up. Hands come back behind. Tuck your feet in. Feet at hips distance. Bend your elbows. Pull the elbows in. Lift your heart. So phase 1 of reverse table, stay here. Phase 2 is hammock. Phase 3, let's go all the way up. Keep your elbows rolling in towards each other. Now those of you with neck or vertigo issues, please do not drop your head back. Chin on the chest. Otherwise, we're going to go for the head drop, but try to keep rolling your shoulder blades towards each other. Tailbone turns up. Get the glutes to turn on. Breathe. Bend the elbows, slowly sink it down. Nice job, slowly bring it up. We're going to flip over onto our belly now. So just turn over, come all the way down. And now you're going to go hand over hand, forehead lays on top of the hands. Legs lay nice and parallel, so try to get them as even as you can on the floor. They're not turned out or turned in. Shoulders drop back. Pubis bone, that's like where a zipper would be if you'd unzip a pair of pants. Drop that down into the floor. So it's a little bit of a tilt. We've been working on that all day. All right, forehead towards the floor. I'm not going to put my forehead on the floor because you're not going to hear me otherwise. All right, so here we go. Press that left leg into the floor. Press it so much into the floor that the left kneecap contracts and lifts. Keep that left leg pressed and lift your right leg up off the floor without tipping on your hips or tipping on your rib cage, without rolling the leg outward. So we want to keep it facing down. Pause, shoulders back. Exhale, lower that leg down. And now do the same thing on the opposite. Keeping that right top of the foot pressing into the floor. Activate the quad, lift the kneecap, and try to lift the other leg. It's not so much about height as it is a staying square, staying level. Nice deep breath in, and nice deep breath out. Exhale, lower down. Okay, so now we're going to lift the left leg and make the right leg meet the left leg. Okay, I like that version because you challenge yourself more with one leg, and then you have to try to meet that. So here we go. Nice deep breath in. Exhale, lift the leg. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, try to lift the other leg. And now bring the heels together. Hold it. Breathe. Drop the shoulders. Exhale, lower down. Take a breath. Nice deep breath in. And nice deep breath out. Nice deep breath in. Hands stay glued to the forehead. Let's focus on lifting from the chest up. So that means chest, arms, head, the works. Nice deep breath in. Feet stay anchored. Pelvis stays anchored. No flying feet. And as you exhale, let's lift up the upper torso. Pull the elbows up. Try not to let the legs roll in. You should be feeling lower back, which is a part of your core. Chin is down, toes are long. Exhale, lower down. So now we're going to lift and lower the torso. Here we go. So it's inhale, prepare, exhale, we're going to lift up. Nice deep breath in. Exhale, lift. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, lower and hover. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, lift. Inhale, open the arms. Exhale, close the arms and lower. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, lift. Inhale, open the arms. Exhale, close the arms and lower. Inhale, prepare. Feel free to drop on the floor if you need to. Exhale, lift. Inhale, open the arms. Exhale, close the arms and lower. Prepare. Exhale, lift. Inhale, open the arms. Exhale, close the arms and lower. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, lift. Inhale, open the arms. Exhale, close the arms and lower. So I'm doing this as I'm talking, you guys. You can stay with me. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, lift. Inhale, open the arms. Exhale, close. Lower. Last time, prepare. Exhale. Inhale, open. Exhale, close and down. Rest and breathe. Hands under the shoulders, curl the toes under. Come either into devotional or come up through plank or table and into downward facing dog. Shake out the head, bend and straighten the legs. Our goal here is just to release the lower back. Walk your dog, nice calm breathing. If you're in down dog with me, turn your feet to the right, sink your hips to the left, press long through the arms, twisted dog, and then back up to center. Opposite side. And then back up to center. Lower down to a tabletop position. Swing the legs around back behind you. Let's come onto our back. And so back nice and slow. Just going to try to keep my lower body in the camera for you. And when you're ready, take that right leg up to the sky, roll the ankle. Flex the right foot and cross that right ankle over the knee, figure four. Now you can stay here and just press the leg away, which may be a good hip stretch, just that alone. It's kind of like you're in a chair. Otherwise, take up the legs. You're grabbing underneath for that bottom hamstring. You can just relax that top leg, or you can grab for the shin. I have long arms, so the shin just feels better for me. Give a little flex to the feet, and as you draw the legs in, I'm pushing my hips down. Don't lift your booty. Keep your hips on the floor. Think about unrolling a carpet. Now pull the shoulders back. Draw the leg towards its own side of the body. Breathe. Soften the jaw. And just recognize how clear the mind is right now. It's kind of like, oh, all I'm thinking about is what I'm doing right now. And then release that leg, take it all the way up to the sky, roll the ankle, set that leg straight down to the floor, and then opposite side. Leg comes up, roll the ankle, cross it. I'm going to feed my arm through the opening, grab for the hamstring, grab for the shin. If you're against the wall, feel free to spin that bottom foot up on the wall, and you can just press the cross leg down. So it would look like this. I could do this and then press away instead, trying to keep my hips from moving instead of pulling in. So just know you have some options. You could put your foot against the couch, the bed, wherever you are. The chair probably wouldn't work. And again, shoulders broad, from crown to tailbone. Visualize it laying completely unrolled, completely flat. Now just go back to your breathing. Really focus on a full, deep exhalation. Calm your nervous system. Let's see if we can get ourselves out of that fight or flight mode and into rest and digest, into a little bit more of a relaxation state. And then when you're ready, let that leg go. Bring it up and all the way down. Extend both legs, one to each corner of the mat. Kind of wiggle the legs in and out. Arms come up overhead, palms face up. Nice deep breath in through the nose. And nice deep breath out. Let's just take a few moments here. Close the eyes. This is where we seal our practice off. We let everything absorb, digest. And so now slowly start to move your fingers and toes, your arms and legs. Bring the legs in nice and slow. Give yourself a nice hug. And when you're ready, roll yourself off to the side and come up to a seated position. So before you go, I want to share something with you. And so to hopefully help start your day off, I'm going to grab a chair for myself. Hopefully start your day off on a good note. I just want to leave you with one final thought for the day, and I hope that this serves you. It's from the Inner Traditions of Yoga by Michael Stone, who is now passed. And it says, when ideas in yoga are listened to with just an intellect, they remain at a distance from the heart. And in this way, we can miss the essence and wisdom of this practice and how it has the ability to challenge and open our heart. Yoga is about how we can take in teachings and put them into practice. How we can sit openly with mind and body and breath and stillness and let them spread out in the wide open world of nature and other human beings. Yoga opens us up to a state of being where the world passes transparently through us. When I read that passage, I have lots of them underlined in this book. It's a great book. You should definitely think about getting it. It's such a reminder for us that our yoga practice is more than just the physical body. That it's a reminder for us to be able to step back and feel and breathe and see what's going on so that we can make those good decisions in life, so that we can take action instead of react to everything, which in where it's going on right now, I think it's easy to do. So my hope is that you keep coming to the mat, you keep getting quiet, you keep letting in stillness, so then you can take that out into the world. There is that saying that you can feel people's energy. You can feel when someone is stuffy or negative or not good, but you can feel when someone is good. You can feel when someone is safe. You can feel when someone is open. So you have control over who you are as that person when you go out into the world. So thank you so much for practicing with me this morning. I will post when our next live practice will be, and until then, have a great Friday.